What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosman, and welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 189, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Big news in the motocross and supercross world. Ken Roczen is going back to racing. We have more riders going back to racing in this video. Cooper Webb is coming back. Garrett Marchbanks is coming back. Colt Nichols is coming back. Plus, share some awesome international racing action from Glen Helen this past weekend. Let's dive into it. Starting off with the most exciting news of the day, Ken Roczen is back riding again, and he's going racing, not this weekend, but next weekend at the Unadilla National on his HEP Suzuki RMZ 450. Excited to see him back racing in the 450 class, but even more excited to see how he does at the Ironman National, as he just announced that he's racing a 250 four-stroke at Ironman. That's right, he's lining up with the kids, and it's going to be extremely exciting. Why would Ken Roczen do this? Well, currently he's sitting 12th in the SMX point standings for the overall combining points from Supercross and Motocross. Eli Tomac is in 11th, and he is 59 points ahead of Ken Roczen in the championship. So it would be difficult for Ken to make up that amount of points. And for him, he said he'd rather ride one round on a 450 and one round on a 250 instead of chasing those points to really make it up in the ladder. He also doesn't have anyone super close behind him that's going to pass him in points. So he's kind of locked into his seeding for the SMX playoffs. And because of that, he's going to have some fun at these last two races for him, as we have 3 races left on the calendar. So Unadilla 450, Ironman 250. I can't believe it. When you come to talk about a publicity stunt, normally a rider would ride a two-stroke. Two-strokes, super cool. Everybody loves two-strokes. The sound, how affordable they are to rebuild, how relatable they are just to the nostalgic sounds and riding style of motocross over the years. So he can't ride a two-stroke though, because Suzuki does not make an RM125 or RM250 anymore. So he's riding a 250 four-stroke. It's pretty surprising. Ken Roczen has the perfect technique and the perfect riding style for a 450. He manages the power so well. Now jumping on a 250, he's really gonna have to ring it out and hold it wide open. So I'm excited to see how he does. The 250 class is full of a bunch of young, crazy 250 riders, and man, it is gnarly out there in that class, and I'm excited to see how Ken can do. Let us know in the comments how you think he's gonna do. But looking back on Ken Roczen's career, he hasn't ridden a 250 since 2013. That's when he jumped up to the 450 full-time. His first race was a Monster Cup in 2013. That was when he officially made the jump to the KTM 450. Before that, he did spend some time jumping up to the 450 in Supercross, racing on the opposite coast. He actually raced the KTM 350 in 2012 and 2013. But we can also look back to Ken Roczen's career. 2011 is when he came to the US. He raced AMA Supercross in the 250 West Coast Championship. Then he went back home to Europe. He raced the MXGP World Championship, and he won the 250 Championship with 1 round to spare. So what does Ken Roczen do? He shows up at the final round in Italy on a KTM 125 two-stroke to go battle with the 254 strokes, and that was another publicity stunt. He already wrapped up the championship early, and he went and had some fun at the last round. So still cool to see. Ken Roczen has that young personality still to this day, where he's willing to kind of humble himself really and take on a new challenge. A little bit nervous to see how he does. I'm excited for him, and I'm really proud of Ken just for being humble enough to drop down to the 250 class, kind of drop his pride and go out there and have some fun with the kids. It's going to be a great publicity stunt. Hopefully his sponsors are kicking in some extra money, because he's going to get a lot of extra publicity for them at the last round at Ironman. So exciting to see how he does. Speaking of stuff like that, Hayden Deegan is on track to win the championship at Budds Creek. So he could do something cool like race the last round on a 125. Obviously, I don't think he will, but there are options like that for Hayden. So cool stuff. Ken Roczen, congrats on doing it, and exciting to see how it goes. In other news, we have some more riders returning to the Unadilla National. Garrett Marchbanks just announced that he's leaving Club MX Yamaha a couple weeks ago after the Redbud National. He had been riding the 450 for Club MX Yamaha outdoors, but he rode the 250 for Club MX in the 250 Supercross series this year. Now he is back with Pro Circuit Kawasaki. It's officially out, and the crazy part is that he split from Club MX mid-season, and now he's joining Pro Circuit mid-season. It's kind of like what we saw Cooper Webb do last year when he left KTM and he joined Yamaha. It's kind of like what we saw Colt Nichols do just a couple weeks ago when he left Beta, and now he joined HEP Suzuki. So Colt Nichols is racing this at Unadilla. Garrett Marchbanks is racing in the 250 class on Pro Circuit Kawasaki, and Cooper Webb coming back from injury, as well as Ken Roczen obviously racing Unadilla too. So lots of guys coming back for the Unadilla National. Excited for Garrett Marchbanks. He's actually 1 spot out of the official top 20 seeding into the SMX Championship for the 250 250 class. So he's only 4 points behind Dylan Schwartz. Now he's got a battle against Garrett to get that secure spot into the Super Motocross playoffs and earn that extra money. Whoever's 21st through 30th, those guys have to race through the LCQ to make it into those money races. So big stuff on the line for these guys. Looking forward to Unadilla coming up soon. Also, for those wondering, collarbone is healing really well. I'm still going to physical therapy though. Even though my collarbone's probably fine and I probably could ride right now, I'm still taking it easy for a couple weeks, and I'm working on the rest of the shoulder. It's got nerve damage in here from previous injuries, and focusing on that, making it stronger now. So really stoked on the guys and girls over at Pacific Pro Physical Therapy here in Temecula, helping me out. And one of my buddies who I've been running into there multiple times is Jerry Robin. Jerry qualified 11th overall at the Redbud National, and he did not jump Larocco's leap. Man, I wish I would have known that before I jumped it in press day. But Jerry, awesome guy. Let's hear from him now, doing a little physical therapy work yesterday. A couple weeks ago at Ironman, dude, we're doing some physical therapy. Ryan's got some stuff going on over here. Looks like Egyptian moves. So Redbud a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I thought I had to hit the leap to qualify, and you tell us the story.
You do not have to hit the leap to qualify.
You do not have to hit it.
Yeah, I qualified 11th without hitting it.
You tried it on the second lap?
Yeah, I tried it on the second lap, but I didn't even come close, so I didn't hit it the rest of that.
And you qualified 11th, dude. I can't believe that. How did the motos go?
Not good, because I'm dealing with all this stuff.
Yeah, so...
But hopefully, it's getting a lot better.
So originally you said you weren't going to race the last 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. You thought you needed surgery.
Yes.
And now you're in here.
Just doing PT.
Doing PT. Mm-hmm. And what's the story?
I have pinched nerves in my C2, 5, and 6. Okay. So it's stemming down my right side, and it's making muscles not fire off and everything like that. I do have a torn labrum, but it's not like bad enough to get it fixed. And then I have a separated shoulder. That's pretty rough. So it's a lot of stuff they can't really fix at the moment without fixing the nerves first. So okay. That's what I'm doing.
Nice. And you're feeling better now?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I rode today, felt pretty good, did some 30s, and should be good for Unadilla, hopefully.
Nice. Also, this past Saturday, my wife and I went out to Glen Helen to sell bread and cookies. My wife's got a sourdough company, Mosman's Sourdough Pantry. And I wasn't racing this weekend, but I was out there cheering on my friends and getting some videos of the action at Glen Helen. International action this weekend. Actually, we had 2 Japanese riders mixing it up with Jake Alvarez and Brian Medeiros and a whole lineup of fast riders. So let's head there now to see what's happening at Glen Helen.
Delivery for Pasha. I got your bread!
How about the temperature here? It's hot or no?
No,
So?
Yeah.
What about back home in Japan?
Yeah, very hot.
Hotter, more humid?
Maybe, I think so.
Yeah, nice. All right. We got 4th gate from the outside, off the box. Good luck.
Yota, Asair.
Asair?
Yeah.
And how long are you here for?
About 1 month.
1 month?
Yes.
What's it like being in the U.S. compared to back home in Japan?
US.
U.S. is better?
Yeah.
Much better?
Yeah, much better.
What's different about the racing?
Racing? So, yeah, in US, very big truck and yeah, high-speed corner and many fast guys. Good training.
Good training.
Yes.
And what are you going to do any races while you're in US or only back home?
Japanese professional racer in Japan.
Yeah.
So I have 2 months summer break.
Okay, nice.
So yeah.
Coming out for training in between.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm Daiki.
Daiki.
Yeah.
Cool. And what is it like for you? Is this first time or second time to US?
Last year I came here 2 times. Then in this year, first time here.
First time, nice. And in Japan, I've always wanted to race a Japanese national. Which track is best in Japan for a race?
I like Sugo. Motocross land is so there were world championship long time ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe someday we'll get to go race in Japan with these guys. That would be really cool. Good job to you guys.
Thank you.
You guys have fun?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good.
Also, if you guys aren't already subscribed to Motocross Action, be sure to do so. We just got our first shipment of the September issue of Motocross Action magazine, where we have Cody Shock's Yamaha YZ125 on the cover. Pretty awesome. There's lots of exclusive content in the magazine that you won't get on our website or social media, so be sure to check it out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Other videos we just posted, the Beta 450 RX Living With video, also our KTM 250 SXF tested video, and lots more to come here soon. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.